talk about body positivity. When it comes to love, can't nobody love yourself the way that you love yourself. Love the body that you are in, and if you want to make changes, but until the changes are made, do not hate yourself the whole time, okay? Love the way that you look. Feel comfortable in the way that you look. That when you step outside the door, when you are in front of a camera, when you are by yourself, there is no shame, there is nothing but love. Let me tell you, this is something that I'm learning to do myself. I have never been the weight that I am a day in my life. I am 190 pounds and I am 5'4". So you do the math and know what makes my weight is my weight. Not to be funny, but yeah, it's my weight. And I cannot be happier. Like, I honestly do not like the way I look when I look in the mirror. Like, I see every place that needs improvement, but until I can make those adjustments, and it takes time. So whether you're exercising, whether you're dieting, whether you're going to get surgery, whatever you're going to do, it does take time in order to shed the weight. For me, it would be exercise, and I wouldn't say more so of dieting. It will try to be cutting back on things that I know are fattening. Not saying that I won't eat fattening foods, because that would be a lie. I will eat foods that I like to eat, just in moderate portions. So I have a back fat, I have a stomach, but honey, let me tell you, certain days can't nobody tell me anything. Now, I'm not gonna lie, there are days to where I look at myself and I see all my imperfections and I just hate the way I look, and I just don't want to wear clothes, I don't want to go out, but then I like snap myself out of it. Like, honey, this is what you got, and you flaunt it, because people are still looking at you, whether they're looking at you because they like what you have or because they don't like what you have. Either or, people are still staring, and you can take the stares however you feel like it. I take it in a positive way. Despite whether somebody likes the way I look or not, I'm still gonna flaunt myself, because this is me, and it's not gonna change overnight. It's going to take time to change.
I'm going to show you guys, this is me. I am in a size 14 pants right now. My tippy toes, you will see I am not a hippie type of girl. For some reason, hips just don't run my mom's side of the family, and I did get my mom's side of the family jeans.
So yeah, that's my reality, and I don't all the time like it. I most of the time hate the way I look when I put on certain clothes, because I want to look like the girls that you see in the pictures and the girls in like the movies and the videos and stuff. I want the small waist, wide hips, and a big butt, and in actuality I don't have it, and that's okay. It hasn't stopped me from getting men in the past, and it's not stopping me from getting men in, you know, my current present. It's not gonna stop me from getting men in the future. Now, would there like to be changes that I would like to make? Yes, I would love to get my flat stomach back, because my stomach has never been this huge. I've always kept, my stomach wouldn't have always been all the way flat, but you know when your stomach is like mostly flat and you have that little teeny pudge, that's how my stomach looked most of my life. And then I gained a lot of weight during the last couple of years, and all of it went to my stomach. No lie. Like, I wish it would have went to, you know, some butt, some thighs or something, but nah, honey, it just decided to stay in my midsection. Womp. But that's my reality. And for a long time, I shamed myself. Like, oh my God, girl, you were too fat. Like, you're fat, you're ugly, you can't wear, you know, certain type of clothes because you're just going to show, you know, you're fat, blah, 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 blah. Honey, no. Boom. F that. F what people think when they see you in the streets. When you feel those negative thoughts coming to invade your space, blow it out the water, honey, because you look good no matter what your body shape looks like. Because I know there's a lot of skinny people who hate the way they look, who wish that they did have meat on their bones, and there's a lot of people with meat on their bones who wish they didn't have meat and they were skinny. So don't think that body, you know, shaming just goes for one type of body type. No, like, it goes for every type of body type. There's thick people who hate the fact that they have hips in the butt and they just wish they were slender. There are slender people who wish they were thick and had hips in the butt. There are more to love people who wish they were, you know, skinny as heck, and there's skinny as heck people who wish that they could gain weight and they were more to love. But I'm telling you, I am telling you, love the skin that you're in, love the body that you are in, and if you want to make changes, you make changes, and when those changes happen, you celebrate. But until then, embrace what you look like, love what you look like. Look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, honey, you are gorgeous. If you're a man, you are handsome. Can't nobody tell you nothing. You strut every time you walk out that door like it is a runway. You hear me? And it's not going to be easy. I can sit here and tell you, no, it is not going to be. It's going to be the hardest thing to do every single day. But it's like a routine. It's like when they say if you do something for 21 days in a row, it becomes a habit. It's kind of like that. It will become a habit to where, you know, when those negative thoughts come, you just shoo them out ASAP, because you're so used to telling yourself you got this, like you look good and can't nobody tell you nothing, like who gonna check me, boo? Like it's kind of like that. Who gonna check me? Somebody can tell you, oh my god, you shouldn't be wearing that, but who are them to tell you that you shouldn't be wearing what you're wearing? Did they buy it for you? Did they dress you in the morning? Do they pay your bills? No. If that's all the answers, if the answer is to no, and all them questions, then dismiss anything that they're saying. I don't even care if they do pay my bills. Who are you to tell me to feel who are you to tell me what I should feel comfortable in wearing? And I'm not gonna lie, when I was younger and when I was slimmer, I'm not going to lie, I was one of those type of people. I was a body shamer who saw somebody who I felt like shouldn't wear a certain type of outfit, and I would look at my friend like, oh my god, do you see what they got on? Why? And I can admit that when I was younger, dumber and slimmer, I was like that. And it wasn't like I was too full of myself. Back then I fell into the you had to look like what was in standards, if that makes sense. Like I was that you have to look like the girl in the magazines or you're not beautiful standards. Like that's where I was mentally back in the days. But now that I've grown up, I realize that's Photoshop. Like nobody looks like that every single day. If they do, that means they're in a gym every single day, and even then there's still imperfections. I'm so sorry. It's the honest to God truth that even if you are in a gym every day, you're still going to see something that you feel like needs to be worked on. Like that's just honesty. They either got surgery, and the reason why they got surgery is because they did not like what they saw and they didn't want it to work. They didn't want to work out to get the results, or they couldn't work out to get the certain results that they want, so they got surgery. Like it's Photoshop and surgery that is fooling us people into thinking that, you know, that perfect body shape does exist. And I'm not saying that it doesn't. I can say there's a lot of females with a real body, and when I say real, they have real hips, their butt is real, their breast is real, their curves are real, their small waist is real, who, you know, are naturally shaped like that. But best believe, you know, there's going to be some stretch marks, there's going to be some cellulite, there's going to be some something, and they're going to be unhappy with what that is, despite, you know, the perfect natural body image, body type, if that makes sense, of what they have. But there's always going to be something. There is not a girl with a big booty that's natural that doesn't have stretch marks somewhere. There's not a chick with boobs that doesn't have stretch. I mean, stretch marks is your skin stretching. It's natural. It happens. People who have kids have stretch marks, and that's one thing I hate is when people body shame a female who just had a baby, whether they had a baby a year ago, 2 months ago, 7 months ago, 5 years ago. Those stretch marks for some women do not go away, and it's known culturally to shame women for wearing two-piece, a mid-top, whatever it is that they choose to wear to show their stomach after they have a baby, if they have stretch marks or a little pudge left from their baby. Honey, they just carried a child for 9 months in there, okay? If you thought it was gonna come back perfect, nah, it's not. It's not. And just, it's beautiful. It's I just hate, like, now that I'm older and I realize certain things, I hate body shaming. You should always feel comfortable in the skin you're in, no matter what size you are, from a size 0 to a size, I'm just gonna say 6X, because 6X is the biggest that I know. It might be bigger, I'm not aware of it, but it doesn't matter what size you are, as long as you're comfortable, that's all that matters. And if you're not comfortable, look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that you're beautiful until you get to the desired weight or the desired look that you want. Learn to love yourself for who you are, for what you look like, despite your imperfections, because I can go around every day feeling so bad for myself because my stomach is big and I got back fat now, and oh my god, what am I gonna do, you know, because it's not gonna go away overnight. You just work on it, and until it's all worked out the way you want, you love it, you embrace it. I have a stomach, honey. Can nobody tell me nothing. I still wear see-through tops, I still wear crop tops, I still wear bikinis. My back fat is going to be somewhere in that bikini, and you know what, it's going to be okay because I feel good. But really, feel good about yourself, no matter what type of body type that you have, whether you love your body, but mostly, you know, whether you hate your body. You need to learn how to love yourself, how to look in the mirror and be in love with the person who stares back at you, whether it's the ideal body type that you want or not. It's it's imperative, because the more you tell yourself, the more that you remind yourself, and not just tell yourself to you just telling yourself, tell yourself so that you can believe it. Then you're gonna start to believe it. You're gonna start to look at yourself. You're gonna smile, and it's gonna be easier for you to make that change, because it's really harder for you to make a change when you hate yourself, because then you soak so much in the hate to where you're just making, the process even harder and the process even worse. But if you're doing it while you're positive, and you're telling yourself you got this, and you're beautiful, and you're worth it, and you're going to get through it, it becomes easier. But yeah, love yourself for who you are and what you look like. Don't allow yourself to soak so much in the negativity that lives inside of yourself, and the negativity that the world puts upon us to think about ourselves, because not everybody has the same body type, and we're not all meant to look the same. You're supposed to look like you. Be you, do you, and love you, because you're all that you, because your authentic self, and your feelings about yourself is all that really matters. That is a perfect part. That is an imperative part of no longer body shaming. It starts with yourself, and then you can look at others and not body shame them for what they look like, because once you love yourself, it's so much easier to look around the world and see so much more positivity, rather than you hating yourself and looking for positivity from the outside world. It doesn't work that way. Everything always starts with self. So encourage yourself to love yourself for who you are, and make the changes that you want to make, but make it for you. Don't make it because society says, or thinks that you should look like, or talk like, or dress like, you get what I'm saying, like this or that. Do it because you want to do it. But I hope this video helps somebody, because we're not perfect, and not all of us are where we want to be, especially not myself. I do not like the weight that I have put on over the last 2.5 years, but I have it, and I have to work on it, and until I work on it, I'm going to feel confident and beautiful with the way that I look, until I get back into what I want to look like. I am a size 14 in pants right now. In shirts, it has to be an extra large if it doesn't stretch, a large if it does stretch. Depending on the cut of the medium, I can get away with medium, but I stick with large and extra large. And I'm not gonna lie, a lot of times I find myself buying my clothes way too big, so I find myself buying 16s knowing that 16s are baggy, and 2Xs knowing that 2Xs are huge on me. And I don't know, I found myself doing that for the plain and simple fact that I kept telling myself, well, since I gained so much weight now, I might gain weight in the future, so let me prepare. And that's a bad way to think. That is a horrible, horrible way to think, because I was preparing for weight that I haven't even gained yet, which is freaking bananas, because I put on those size 16s and they just slide off of me like butter. Like, certain 14s are big on me. It depends on the cut. Of course, we know every cut of jean is different. Every brand of jean is different. So on certain brands, the midsection, like the waist part of the jeans, are too tight, but the leg parts are perfect. And then in some other cuts, the thighs are perfect, but the waist part is too loose. So it just all depends on the cut in jeans and stuff. So I told myself to stop, because that's not a good thing, and stop buying clothes that are too big, and buy clothes that fit now, so that when I lose weight, those clothes can be big. You don't want to prepare for weight gain. You want to prepare for weight loss. So yeah, guys, you can do this. I believe in you just the way that I believe in myself, because it is not easy, and especially if you're, if you gained weight and you're trying to lose it, that's really hard. I have not been in a situation to where I am trying to gain weight and I can gain weight, but I heard that that can be really depressing for those who want to gain weight and can't. But if you are of that body type, and if your metabolism is like that, work it. Feel blessed to know that you can eat, and you can burn what needs to be burned, easier than someone who can't. And I'm not saying that that's going to be easier for you to do, to be okay with that, but just know there's nothing wrong with your body type no matter what you look like. So yeah, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have a topic that you want me to discuss, put it in the comment section and I would definitely discuss it. There is no shame here. I don't want anybody to feel like you cannot be open, at least not on my channel, because my channel is not just about fashion and beauty and hair and all that good stuff. Like, my channel will get personal because this is me opening up to the world about things that I am going through and things that I have been through. So if there's a topic that you want to discuss but you're too afraid to discuss it, just hit me up. I will leave my email and my socials in the description bar, and then my socials will pop up somewhere in the screen so that you can add me, DM me, or you can email me anything that you would like to discuss or that you would like for me to discuss. But until next time, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.